Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. It is good to see you again. And if you are new here, it's good to have you. I hope you hit that like button. I hope you share and I hope you subscribe to this channel because we do a lot of budget guitar things around here and we like to find the best products on the cheap that we can. And sometimes we get duped, sometimes we don't. But hey, that's the excitement of it. My job is to bring to you what hopefully is the best options and the safest routes to go when buying budget guitars. So keep that in mind on today's episode. Today we're doing something different. I haven't did this before. And hopefully you're seeing the screenshot of what we're doing here. We are shopping on AliExpress. That's right. I decided to go on a little bit of a shopping spree. And I don't know where this is going to end today because, well, this is a journey that you and I are going to take together. Now, I've used AliExpress in the past and I've had good results. But I haven't used them, well, in about 4-5 years. So I created a new account. I've went in here and I'm looking at some Chibson guitars. That's right. If you watch this channel, you know that we really started getting into some Chibsons because the quality seems to be getting better and better. Even big pots. Now, that doesn't mean that sometimes you're not going to have a bad one come along or bad shipping experience. That was the last one I had, a bad shipping experience. It's going back today, and that's because, and not because of the guitar. The guitar was outstanding. Gold Les Paul, big pots on it, beautiful fretboard, just an amazing looking guitar. Really hot pickups in it too. Sounded nice if you could keep it in tune because that guitar had a broken neck. That's right. And every time you tuned it up, it'd go all wonky and out of tune. You couldn't put your hand on the neck without the guitar going out of tune because FedEx broke the neck in half by stepping on the box. That's right, a large impact for sure. So things happen, but the good thing about that is that I got that guitar and I recommend this. This is my number one recommendation right now from experience. eBay. But what do you mean eBay? Why eBay? Well, you might not find exactly what you're looking for on eBay, but sometimes you do if you keep checking back. Case in point, the Ace Frehley guitar that you've all seen and that you all love, and it's an outstanding guitar. Some it's hit or miss. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. Some people want them so bad they wait and they order them out of China and wait for them to arrive. Now, I can't attest that you're going to get a good guitar. Personally, when I buy one, I make sure it's from a seller that has it in stock in the USA, and they're either shipping out of California or New Jersey is usually where the warehouses are. So if you look in your shipping options on eBay, you'll see that. It's going to show where they're shipping from. Usually you'll say USA, California, or New Jersey warehouse. Keep that in mind. If it's coming from China and you have an extended wait period, I just don't do it because it gives them too much of a window to screw things up, and that's just me. But today, I figured if we're going to make that window, if we're going to do something, let's go right to AliExpress. Well, where's the source of all this stuff is. If I'm going to take a chance on shipping from China, I'm going to do it here. So we're going to go over this, together because I want you to see exactly what I see. We'll do it in real time. I'm not going to try to edit a lot of stuff out because I want you guys to really capture the essence of what's going on and the frustrations, or maybe the joys of shopping on AliExpress. Now, I have always wanted a Eddie Van Halen guitar. Always wanted the heavy relic Eddie Van Halen guitar, and they have one here. And it's funny because you got a lot that gets lost in translations when you're looking at these. And I always message the seller. So message the seller to make sure to see what's going on. And I'm telling you, that's where the frustration can start. So I'm going to give you, for instance, here. I'm going to go into some messages that I did here if I can find them. I'm not used to this right now, so we gotta figure this out. Honestly, let's see here. I don't want the arrow. There we go. So I think yes. So I'm gonna go up. Bear with me. It's the first time using this screen. I've never done this before, so bear with me. And I hope I haven't lost you yet. But let's go to the message center here, and hopefully that will there we go. There's our message center. Now, I've sent various messages, okay? And I said, here's one. Hello. And this is this guitar right here. Hello, I wish to purchase this guitar tomorrow. And this is today now, but tomorrow I sent this. Is the shipping really around September 7th? Also, is a brown Gibson type case available for it? If so, how much? Thank you. When you get a seller that doesn't answer, okay, and they haven't answered, they haven't read it, they haven't answered it. So that's a warning sign right there. And it's too bad because the guitar itself is really cool. It's a Gibson looking guitar that isn't, if you know much this channel, I love Gibson SGs. I love Angus Young. He's one of my guitar heroes, if you will. And I don't know if this will bring us to it. Let's go here. And here's the guitar, $314.18. And we're going to click on this. We're going to go to this. And if you can see, we go in here and we look. That's Angus right there. We got the Angus vibrato. And then if we go up on the headstock here, you'll notice that we got the devil up top. They've blocked out the Gibson logo up here, but I assure you that it would come with one. But it's a nice guitar, and as you can see, it's got the fictitious serial numbers and what have you on it, but it's got the old style Clusen tuners, and it's a cool looking guitar, definitely. And there's some better pictures of it for you right here. Good looking guitar in that deep wine red. Very interested in this guitar. And I can tell you that this is not they didn't take a picture of the actual guitar for this because, well, the pick guard is cut differently, as you can see. Now this does have the nice bridge pins, which is a good upgrade. I do like that. And this is close to this pick guard, which it should be right here. These are common things that are wrong with SGs, but I assure you there's differences. The body's going to be a little bit thicker, although the outside will probably almost identical, and things like that. But the pick guard is a bit different, and it should have a little bit of it should have a pickup ring around this ring, something that Angus did. But for all intents and purposes, this is a really good looking SG, and for $314, and it says estimated delivery on September 8th. Well, it is August 29th, so that'd be extremely fast delivery, which leads me to believe if that statement is true, that they would have this in the United States, in the United States warehouse. There we go again. You can see the Angus right here. Good looking guitar for sure. This looks to be a 2-ply pick guard. A real Gibson would be a 5-ply pick guard. They did actually decent in their spacing in the back. Right here is a little bit different on your neck heel. This neck heel should actually on this guitar shouldn't even be here. It should be extended way out. But overall, it's a good SG look, and that's why I look for this stuff, not to fool anybody, but to just give me the vibe, and that's why I do it. But $314, so that is in my cart right now. Now I'll show you a guitar that I want even more than this, and that's this one, and it's cheaper, right? Now this is indicative of somebody to really stay away from, and this is very upsetting. I've messaged this seller repeatedly throughout the week with no responses, none whatsoever. And if you start looking, things get really shady with this. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's see if they got pictures of this guitar down here. We have to stay up here. So here's your first indication right here. We're going to click on this. This guitar right here is a Relic Angus Young signature VOS aged Relic in a dark wine with the lightning bolt inlays. Now look at this relicing. Isn't that cool? Wow, that would be an amazing guitar. Now the worst thing about this is the actual Relic Angus Young Gibson guitar. That's right. This is an artist's proof, a real one. And they're using a picture of a real one to sell the fake one, which means they don't have a picture of the fake one to put on here. Now, if you're looking at the bridge pins and you're saying, no, it's got the slotted bridge pins, that's how these came. These came with these slotted bridge pins, and everything is correct on this one. This is how the Angus model comes. Angus wanted the slots because he sweats on his guitar so much. He needed to be able to adjust the bridge when they could without the corrosion. And if you look close, this has nylon saddles, and your intonation screws are facing down like they do on the Angus model, and there we have the pickup ring around it. Now, I've seen this guitar online at a custom shop. I know this exact guitar, and as you look right here, if you look at Solo Dallas and you check this out and they put jugged guitar over it, this is where they stole this picture from. And if you look at the back of the headstock, you see these Gibson tuners? They're real, and this is the artist proof number 37 of this Relic guitar, the actual one. And look at this neck heel right here. This is proper. There's no way that it's going to come this way. Right down to this picture right here, they have stolen all of these pictures of this guitar, even right down to the inlays with the double sides. You see they got a slit in the middle. That's because the inlays are in 2 pieces on the real version. And I did a video on my guitar because I have a knockoff of this guitar, kind of. And I actually did a video where I actually make those and separate those. But $279, and then with a hard shell case, $400. Now, wouldn't that be a beautiful guitar if we knew that they actually tried to copy this guitar to get it as close to this as possible? I understand it wouldn't be exact, but how's the relicking job? It would have been fantastic to see their version, a real version of theirs, compared to one of these, and I would have ordered it in a heartbeat. Now, we have estimated delivery on September 11th, but we look at up here. This is the important part. Look at the 66.7% feedback. That's not looking too good, okay? And I will find this RHX Flame guitar store is the same as Jugs. They're the exact same one. When I mentioned them, or messaged them, it came up in the same messaging slot. So keep that in mind. Would have been a beautiful guitar. It is in my favorites, but unfortunately I can't buy it because they won't send me a picture of the actual guitar because they don't answer their messages. And that's a sign to stay away. No matter how tempted you are, stay away. Now, I'm going to go into my cart here, and I'm going to show you what I have in my cart. So, like I said, I have that 314 one. I don't know if I'm going to buy from this seller. I still haven't got an answer back. But we'll keep that there just in case, okay? Because I just messaged them not too long ago. This one, however, this is something that I've always wanted. Now, this doesn't have the knobs on it. This is right at the factory, and this is how they come out. This is a Randy Rhoads Les Paul. That's right, in that really faded, almost orangey color. And this is fantastic. Now, this doesn't have the proper bridge pins, which is not a big deal for me because they can easily be changed. But it does have this is the right coloring. And if you look here on the pick guard, it says Randy Rhoads. It has the Randy Rhoads pick guard. And then we can go up. And if you look at the headstock, it's got the correct headstock on it. Looks fantastic. And here's an important thing. Randy Rhoads 007 on the back. Now, this, I can tell you, is what you can expect from a knockoff guitar where they try to get them close. Now, the tuners that you just saw on the SG, the Gibson tuners, would have been on this guitar, okay? In real life, they're not. So what they did is they just put some gold tuners on here. That's fine. Track down whatever tuners you want and put it on. Guitar with case, $334. And this is a guitar that doesn't have the knobs on it, so I'm not sure what knobs are using on this. Hopefully they match what they're supposed to. But I'm very interested in this guitar. I do have it in my cart. Probably going to buy that. And it says estimated delivery on September 6th. And the best part, this seller answered all of my questions and even searched for more guitars for me and assured me if it wasn't here by the 6th, it would only be a few days after. So at least, and they got a 93.8 positive feedback. And there's shop right here. Okay, shop 5727047 store, and communication above average. Okay, item is described below average, and you're going to see that a lot because a lot of people, when they're shopping for Chibsons, are expecting them to be identical to the real deal. That is not going to happen. They cannot do that. So keep that in mind. They just can't do it, and that's how they get them over here. They cannot make them identical because then they are really breaking the law. They do qualify as counterfeits, where if they're changed, they're not a counterfeit because they're not identical. So keep that in mind. So there's going to be differences, and if you add them up quickly, like you ever notice this? If you see one that's got fret binding, a lot of times it doesn't have the bridge pins, and even if it does have the bridge pins and the fret binding, if you find one, they're totally different than a Gibson. They're different sizes. The nibs are not the same on the frets the way they do them. Things are different. Different electronics, all that stuff adds up. Everything adds up to make it not the same. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to go back to the cart here, and here's another one. Here, guys, you've ever wanted the Van Halen guitar, right? Boop, come on, boop. There we go. There's the Van Halen. Everybody wants one. So let's play this. from the music, that is a pretty cool guitar. But what's really cool, we can get into our pictures here, and you'll see that there's a couple different variations. But look at this. Isn't that great? So they actually took the time to relic this and the switches and everything. At least this is how I hope it would come in. Look at what we got here. Floyd Rose 2 on this. Of course, it's not legit. It's a knockoff. But from the reviews on these guitars, people are loving them, and they say that they sound very good. So no car lampshade. They're talking about the reflectors. It's lost in translation. If I order one, would I have the reflectors? Yeah, I would do the reflector model, get the reflectors on the back. And as you can see, there's a lot more relicing on the back, a little more rougher, but it's pretty cool. So each guitar comes with a Van Halen original photo with the same strap hook. There we go. And this is just a very cool replica of the Eddie Van Halen guitar. And here they are. Guitar is so sick right down to the smallest detail. This says the seller was very prompt, and he was prompt. I've messaged him. I assured him I am buying this guitar today. So you guys probably stick around when I do that. We'll buy again, and that's what we want. So we can get a look here, and there's the headstock. We have the rust here. They did not do the cigarette burns on this one, but honestly, I'm not sure if this model is supposed to have the cigarette burns on it, but there we go. There's the guitar with the quarter. Now, in real life, like I said, there's changes, right? We don't have the strip on here. This right here, and I don't think you can even dare say it's a counterfeit of any of this guitar, because this guitar the original was a conglomeration of all kinds of parts. Now, this right here, a lot of people don't know this, but the pick guard on Eddie Van Halen's guitar was actually a piece of a record. That's right, it had the grooves in it. So we'd do that ourselves and cut one and put it on there and try to make it proper. But look at this. People saying buy it, better than the $1,600 one from Guitar Center. No, I'm not going to buy that. I don't think so. But it's probably a decent guitar. And everybody is really, really raving about it when you look. And this is the attention to detail that I like. Now, the difference is these guitars also, all the pickups work, and the switch does actually work in this guitar. So if you want it really authentic, you'd have to change that so only one pickup worked, and this would just be a dummy pickup. But very cool, right? So that's in the cart. We are buying that. And we also are buying the Les Paul here. But what else are we going to get? We've got 3 guitars in the cart, and we're at $846.78. But let me show you my wish list here. Let's go to that. Let's go to my wish list. So some of these are not, but this guitar right here is just, I love this tuxedo look. You guys know this, and you know that we just unboxed a authentic Gibson SG standard in black, and it was a pile of dog poo out of the box, and my Chibson SG simply blew it out of the water. And yeah, that happens, and a lot of people don't like to come to that realization, but this is a really good looking guitar right here. And I'm very tempted to add this to the cart. We're at $3, but it's an expensive for Chibsons, $377. But look, we can add a hard case to it. And usually when these cases comes in, they do have the Gibson branding on them. So I'm not sure how this one is. It worth the $455? But you know what? Let's do this. Let's take this. Let's add it to the cart. Let's put it right in that shopping cart. Let's see what. Okay, so we're at $1,186. So I could actually pull off all of these guitars today within the budget that I want. But this one right here, I don't know, because I haven't got an answer. I've talked to this person. This is what I'm getting at. I've talked to this person. I've talked to this person. And I've talked to this shop. All these shops. This one has not returned. So we're going to add that back here. And let's move it to the favorites list again. And look where we're at again. $871. Now, the great thing is this. I could add a case to this one, okay, or to this one, and still be pretty low on price. I can get a discount on this also, okay. Which one would we add the case to? Which one would be more cool with the case? You know what? I'm going to say that this one would be. Why? Because it's a Randy Rhoads guitar, and it should have a cool case, right? So let's do that. We're going to add that to the cart. We're going to go back and view the shopping cart and see what that does. So we'll get one. This one is with the case. So let's get rid of this one. I'm just going to move it back to favorites. I don't like to lose it. And here we are. Look at this. Now, We're at $976 for 3 guitars that are pretty freaking cool. No, this isn't an Angus guitar, but it's a pretty cool tuxedo look, and there's only 2 left. These are all on the pricey side, but they're all very unique, and that's what I like to look for. Unique. Now let's click the get discount. Let's see what that is. There's a discount right there, right? Get discount over $200. Okay, and let's see here. And go to checkout and see exactly what this would be. $1,054.65. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that we're going to, and if any information on here is my information, I'll block it out. I don't have a promo code. I wish I did. And okay, before we go any farther and check out, we still want to make sure. So you guys are Les Paul lovers. A lot of you love the Ace Frehley. So let's take a look at their Ace guitar, okay? And see exactly what they have. So here's the guitar that I have right here. This is the guitar that I have, and this is I'm going to tell you, this is a absolutely stunning guitar. Actually, this is not the guitar I have. This is different. This has silver pickups. Mine have the sparkle pickups that are just outstanding looking. But still, we have 4 sold. They got a 76.9% feedback, and look to be fairly new company. But looks like to be a very nice guitar. So there it is, and you can see that people have bought them, and there's the pictures. A 5-star. Looks a lot like mine. On the Budokan model, very tempted. I was very tempted to buy this model. Very, very tempted, actually. So this one, you see the difference in price here, too. Like, which makes this $254 and this one $305? Well, a lot of times it's because, well, one guitar is simply better than the other. And so this is a pretty nice looking guitar. Is that what you're getting? I don't know. But then we go over here and we check this one out. And this one actually has a video. So we can check that video out. Being tested from the factory. It looks to have a really decent finish. Very cool. Okay, so there's that, and then we can look at the back. Now, this is a pretty cool guitar, and you guys really love your Ace guitars. Now, I'm going to actually see what this would be here this September 19th, so a little later, but not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Really nice fretboard. It's not the standard ebony fretboard that usually come on them either. It looks like a nice rosewood fretboard, so that's cool. Looking for any like your flying V's. I'm always a big sucker for a flying V. And a good one. I recently had an Epiphone that was a piece like the Carina. It was horrible. It was the wrong color. It was terrible. So here's a V. And look up here on the headstock. You can see what's up there. It's blatantly right there. And this one actually has the proper bridge pins. This is a damn good looking guitar. Delivery on September 6th. And wow, really good. We have, looks like we are in 2 pieces of wood. Yep, 2-piece body. Boom, boom, right there. Nice looking headstock, Clusen tuners, and your typical setup for a V. And it's a beautiful guitar. And keep in mind, with that guitar, a real version would cost you. Let's take this guitar. I think I have already loved this guitar. And you know what? Let's add it to the cart. Let's see what happens here. Now, this is what happens. We start changing our mind on things. Now, do we do the V or we do the SG? Look at the price difference. That is the thing. Look at the price difference. So you can get overwhelmed going in here and making up your mind because there's so many options. So many options. You can get guitars with active pickups. You can get so many guitars and variations of guitars that it is insane. We can do something. Let's see if they got the new John 5. I've heard that is coming out. So let's see. Yes, there we go. There is the John 5 guitar. But this John 5 guitar right here is from that seller that I did not recommend. 66.7% feedback. They don't get back to you. And this is not a good replica of the John 5 guitar. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you go on Facebook to Polaris 4 Music, it is a Chibson kind of group where they order these things up in bulk. And it's kind of a cool concept. I haven't had luck with them because I wanted some custom builds done and I got crickets, but they have this guitar that they just finished up and it has the John 5 logo on the back here. It looks very authentic, and they have pictures of that guitar coming right out of the shop. So that's pretty cool. This one, I mean, if you want one, there it is, but it definitely is not, compared to what Polaris 4 Music showed, definitely not the quality that they showed. So yeah, this RH Flame Guitar Store. Just don't trust them. You might, if you want to take a shot, let me know how it goes for you. Those and that and Jugs Store. Yeah, those are the two that I don't like. But what about like a Jimmy Page, like a Jimmy Page? So so here we go. Here's our Jimmy Page guitars. Now this is a tempting one for me. And if this, if this was a little more, I like it. And for $239, man, it's a bargain, right? It'd be here the 11th, 16 sold, and there it is. And what a beautiful finish on this guitar. Beautiful finish. Chibson, of course, it doesn't have correct bridge pins, and they're never going to be correct. Even with the ones that don't have the grooves are not correct. They're different size, so keep that in mind. So we don't do this to have identical. We do this because it's reminiscent. This is a cool guitar. This does have the signature on the pick guard. I kind of like this one a little bit better. Good feedback score up here. We got shipping on top of this, so we're a little right around $300. But the thing is, you can go into their products and see. When I do that, I check out the seller and I go in and see exactly what they got. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Relic. I love relics, by the way. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Relic. Relicking is a whole art form in itself. They have the Rickenbacker clones, which is also very cool. And I just go through and I give them a quick glance to see if there's anything that really, really catches my eye. And I'm sure a lot is catching you guys' eye as I scroll, because that's how it works. But I get so particular once you start trying to narrow the stuff down. Okay, so then I simply go back up and I close that out because I definitely don't want any of those. So now here's one. Here's a Page model from Kathy Guitars Gallery. This is $300. This is quite pricey. This is $385. What's $385 getting you? Well, once again, they're showing you a picture of an original in a case. That is not the guitar you'd be getting. But there's this one, and this right here looks outstanding. I'm going to check some things out on this because let's see if we can get down here. There it is. So Gibson Custom. This is a outstandingly beautiful guitar. I'm trying to see what other pictures. There's the original. Okay. Now this is Relic, and that's the original. Beautiful guitar. Very, very cool. It's got the pointers on it. And I wish they wouldn't keep showing that one, but let's see this one. This one has pointers on it also. I'm looking at the bridge, trying to see that, man. So they've used, if this is the real guitar, they've used a lot of high quality components. Look at the ring around the bridge pickup. So it's that thick. Now I'm just checking this out a little more. Okay, so this is a replica. This one is. How am I'm telling by, see your bridge pins here and your screws, your studs with a screw. They're different. They're different, and I'm just looking at the differences here. Of course, we got this doesn't have an open pickup. That is an amazing looking guitar. So amazing, we might put that in the cart. Let's see, Relic cream binding, one-piece mahogany body and neck, chrome parts with thin brown burst. That is one good-looking guitar right there. Gibson Custom. I wish I could see that headstock. Let's add it to the cart. And see that's really nice. So we're gonna save this one. And where are we at? So it almost takes precedence over the SG right now. So look at this. So we have some, let's save that back now. This is how indecisive we are here. Okay. Let's see if we can get the discount. What do we want here? $10. Can we collect that one? And we can collect that one. We're gonna use them both. Boom. Okay. So we just saved, I think, 20 bucks on this order when we go to check out. So, but what I want to do now, let's go here and I want to message these people. So let me show you here. Start chatting now. There we go. And there it is, $3.85. It's unread. Now I'm going to shoot these guys a message and say, is this available for immediate shipping? And what is the time frame? Question mark. Boom. Okay, is this available for immediate shipping, and what is the delivery time frame? We're going to send that message and we'll see what happens, because if I can buy that guitar, I will. It's cool. So there we are. We got those in the cart. 3 amazing guitars. We're a little higher than I was going to go. I wanted to stay under 1,000, so we're $12 over. And let's go to checkout. Let's see. Actually, we'll be more than that over. 1,093. We saved 10 bucks for that promo code. $10. Man, what a cool guitar though. So that's what we're going to do. What exactly am I going to get, guys? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Placing the order is pretty simple. You just go enter your information like you're supposed to do. Anyhow, just enter your information to place the order. Not a big deal, and I assure you it's secure. And they do have disputes and all that stuff if you need to take care of things. But man, that's 3 really kind of cool, unique guitars. Too bad we couldn't grab the Angus one up too, but no answer. If they answer on this one, well, we may get it. So stay tuned to see exactly what we get. Just want to take you along today. I thought you'd be interested in taking a peek around AliExpress. Go in, dive around, see what they got. Just look at their feedback, guys. When these people chime in here, $385. When they chime in, if they come back, we'll have to. If they come back, we'll buy it. If not, then we won't. All right, guys, you're going to have to stick around to see where we end up coming with and watch the unboxings, because that's what's going to come back. Dive in, AliExpress, go for it. eBay, if you guys want to go eBay, let's go eBay. Let's see exactly. I'll show you some eBay stuff. eBay's incredible too. So I'm going to show you what I have in my cart on eBay right now. Okay, so look at this. We're at $1,122, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 guitars. One is a purple Ace Frehley Sparkle guitar, and absolutely beautiful sparkle on this with the metal surrounds around the pickups like I like. And of course we have the Ace Frehley cavity covers on the back. Cool, unique purple color. I do like this guitar. And we do have this 59 custom shop guitar in this gorgeous blue, right? Very good looking guitar. Of course, it doesn't say Gibson here, but usually they have the decal that goes on there that says Gibson. And look at this, jumbo frets. That's right, jumbo frets. Very cool. Very cool guitar indeed. Move over here. See what other pictures we got. There's a ferrules on the back. Very nice paint job. So this was my second choice for buying. I mean, they got this, a Polaris cream white. And anytime I see LS Custom Shop, they make some really good replicas. They do. And no, they're not exact, again, but they're nice. And this is a one classy looking guitar that would look amazing in my hands and on the wall. Very nice guitar. $329, and that ships, here's what I was talking about, ships from the United States. Free standard shipping, located in Applegate, California. I don't know if I've bought from this seller before. I don't think so, but what a cool guitar, right? No. So this is a new seller, so you're taking a chance. They don't have any feedback score yet, but eBay's got you covered. Keep that in mind. Another good looking guitar, and inexpensive, $229. And you see they have make offers. That's the good thing about eBay. You can make an offer. Now this one would be shipping from Dayton, New Jersey. So it'd be here anywhere from the 2nd to the 8th. They usually ship out really quick though. So that tells me that the other guitars on AliExpress also are shipping from warehouses here in the United States because they're meeting these deadlines. So very cool. But anyhow, I thought I'd just share these and show you exactly what I've been looking at. And here's another one. What a beautiful looking guitar here. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's only $246, and they take off ships from New Jersey. Who knows what route we're going to do? You guys are going to have to stay tuned to find that out. Thanks for watching Fulton Street Beats, guys. If you could hit that like button, share, subscribe, and remember, it is rock and roll that makes the world go round. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Drop your opinions in the comment section below. Thanks, guys.